Hello everyone, welcome to a prediction video. This prediction video I'll be talking about, well, obviously the final update. Not necessarily this is going to be the final on the dot full stop update. I might get a couple more bug fixes and maybe some other types of events. I don't really know. I don't know, but I feel like when the last major content update, this is it. Unless something else, which will be kind of surprising, but I doubt they'll do anything like that. They're gonna stick with 5 updates, and let's start talking about this. So, obviously, I wish I can show you, like the update timeline, but unfortunately, I don't have a screen to show you. I mean, my laptop broke, so I don't do anything. I'm sorry, but if you looked at, well, I looked ago, not recently, but a while ago, it basically mentioned Powered After and Elder Dragon, returning Elder Dragon. And obviously you have the question mark symbol, which means Elder Dragon. Back in the day, the question mark was specifically about Elder Dragons because they did not have their own icon, so it presented with question marks. Kind of spooky. Okay, so there's a lot of leaks going out, a lot of data mine. From what I can tell you, my predictions to be getting obviously the event tomorrow, and you're gonna get your trailer. Your trailer going to have like a lot of announcements for other stuff like DLCs. You gotta buy those DLCs. Also, you're gonna have a lot of like updates, like a lot of updates. They'll showcase for the events, and all of that will be in the trailer because they are showing that in the trailer. So it's not just the main; it's gonna be all of it. So you are also going to your main sections on the trailer that shows you the main monsters coming. Now, many people say 3 monsters are coming, and say that it's possible we could get 2, or we could get 2, but but let's just say we get 3. Which monsters are they? Now, I think that we are getting a Matsu because, well, I have read a lot of data mine stuff, but also I feel like this monster will fit in perfectly because we already have like 3 serpent-like monsters. Adding this one will be really interesting. Then what else? You will have possibly a powered up monster. A powered up monster, your risen monsters, and this mostly happens with Elder Dragons, so possibly Shigaru Magala. Um, is it Shigaru Magala? I'm forgetting now. I'm forgetting these terms. I'm sorry, but I'm so stupid. Um, anyways, you are going to get one of those Magalas turn into a risen version. Now, someone mentioned that there's possibly going to be some kind of Malzeno. I don't know. I feel like we might get another monster, a more bluish monster, because it was mentioned it was mentioned um, in one of those, what do you call them? Those, I forgot the word, but you collect those in every environment. These little notes. These notes mention something specifically in the jungle. They mention something about a teal blue or steel blue type of monster, and I don't think we've seen one yet. Maybe I'm missing something, but I do believe instead of a Malzeno type of monster, we're gonna get instead possibly a returning Elder Dragon, possibly from Frontier. There were some blue monsters in Frontier, but obviously I can't tell the difference between steel blue or whatever they call it, steel blue. I can't tell. It's kind of difficult to understand all these variations of colors, but there were a lot of blue monsters, especially Elder Dragons. So expect one of them to show up as well. Now, it could also mean that Malzeno has a blue farm, which is interesting. But let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what happens. We're gonna get new items, obviously. will they change, the grind? I don't know. Obviously, we'll possibly get more anomaly quests, possibly more challenges. I don't really do the challenges. I like that they're included, but I rarely do them. They're just not for me. I've never enjoyed doing those challenges. From the old days to now, I don't really enjoy them. Sorry, I just don't. But I can tell you that they're out there for someone else, so that's kind of cool. Um, so I would expect, you could say, three monsters, yes, but I don't think it would be Malzeno, but let's just say it is Malzeno. Then it has to be a blue form because they mentioned something about a blue dragon. This is an elder dragon, so Malzeno possibly in a blue form, or maybe a relative to Malzeno that's blue, or possibly a frontier monster which is blue. And there's plenty of them out there, especially elder dragons. And I feel like bringing out frontier monsters is going to be something that possibly uh, the portable series will do more better with. And maybe Monster Hunter Now, the new Monster Hunter game announced, you could possibly get those monsters over there. So, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you're going to get a lot of um, frontier monsters in the future of Monster Hunter, but I feel like mostly they will appear in, well, maybe in Monster Hunter 6, but I think portable series will have more of them. I think which would be good for a portable Monster Hunter game is to have something of the likes of Frontier, have a lot of those Frontier monsters appear in the game. For Monster Hunter Portable 6, I think there should be a lot more Frontier monsters because I think that would be an interesting way to introduce a lot of new players into this game by having a lot of challenging monsters. I'm sure a lot of new players would enjoy that, right? But anyways, I feel like this final update is is just going to be pretty impressive. And if they add a Matsu to it, obviously a Matsu is going to be a pretty strong monster. And fighting this monster, I don't know if you'll fight Amatsu in the original place where she was originally found or a different zone, maybe like one of the places we fought. Um, the place we fought the other serpents in. We might fight her there, but I feel like they might make a new place. They might have something stored for another for another day. I don't think they just made two only environments. I feel like they actually planned a bit more. So, anyways, tell me your thoughts. I was actually waiting for the other monster. I forgot the monster's name. Gen Moran, or one of those species. Because if you don't know, in Monster Hunter Rise, one of those paintings, you will see the Great Desert, which those monsters dwell in. So obviously they dwell in those spaces, and I thought we might be getting those monsters. I feel like we might not get them. Maybe that's teasing a different game, or maybe that's just there to pull us away, to catch us off guard. I don't know. I don't know. It could be a red herring, but I don't know. All we can say is that three monsters, event quests, a trailer, more updates, bug fixes, obviously, more items. Possibly the grinding system might be somewhat changed, possibly for a certain type of monster. And that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. We'll be waiting like a couple hours just for the event to take place, which will be like 10 to 20 minutes. And that's it. Just remember, this is it for fifth generation. I want everyone to understand that. Fifth generation is over. We are going to move on to sixth generation Monster Hunter. And obviously, sixth generation means more new monsters, more fresh faces. I really enjoyed fifth generation a lot. Very, very fantastic. But I really like the second gen because I grew up with that generation. Um, I can really tell you that with every generation, the monsters keep getting better and better, and many of the old monsters get improved with the modern generation. uh, with modern generation move sets. Monsters are more faster, their attacks are more better, and everything seems more precise. Overall, I feel like that Monster Hunter 6th generation is going to basically perfect what 5th generation was and add more sprinkles to that. Anyways, forget about 6th generation, focus on uh, Monster Hunter Sunbreak. Okay. I would say that this is the final content update, and Sunbreak has been a fun game. I'm still playing it. I've taken a massive break from it, but the fact that Sunbreak is so diverse with content, and here's the cool thing: I'm thinking it's going to drop the same day um, where Sunbreak drops for all the other consoles. So let me just say that um, imagine starting Sunbreak with all of the updates, everything, all the content. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to do any sort of any sort of you know what, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm sorry. But you don't have to wait. I think that's the best part about getting all the content immediately instead of waiting for it to come like one by one. Imagine starting the game when all the updates are complete. That's just so good. That just feels so good because you don't have to worry about waiting. You can just enjoy yourself. And that's the best part about this. Okay? That's the best part about Sunbreak for the consoles because they'll get to enjoy it from the top. Because one problem I had was the wait, which was so massive. I know they have to extend the time, they have to possibly, do a lot of extra stuff, but overall, I feel like this was planned in advance and they're just going with their plans accordingly. Anyways, it's time to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me your thoughts on this. Obviously, as I said, this this is going to have 3 monsters. It would be surprising if it has 4, but honestly, these updates have been very powerful. The monsters featured on these updates have been super powerful. I just hope they don't pop in another fire monster. That would be really annoying. Excuse me. Anyways, before we go, I want to talk about Monster Hunter 6. When do you think Monster Hunter 6 will be announced? I would have to say that Monster Hunter 6 would possibly be announced after Monster Hunter Now is announced, well, is posted. It is announced now, but you'll get a lot of trailers building up for this game because this one is it's not just a small game. It's something that's a collaboration with 2 teams. So they're gonna make sure a lot of people get into it. They want this game to be popular and they will make sure this game is popular, so they're going to drop a lot of trailers. But all I can say right now is that maybe after Monster Hunter Now is released, you might get a trailer. I think it was around September when we had a Monster Hunter Rise uh, trailer. Remember that back in 2020? Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's been, what, almost 3 years. Wow. Or 2 years. I don't know how to count the years, but I can't believe it's been so long. It feels like it's been like 6 years because so much has happened. But all I can say is that maybe around September, Monster Hunter 6 will be announced. So I guess all you have to do is just wait for September. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.